Welcome to Hope TV Newswatch, where we bring you news, views, and interviews that made headlines today. My name is Melissa Oduor. On the sign language is Boniface Muredi. Newswatch begins now. Now, President William Ruto has lauded the efforts that the government has made towards achieving universal healthcare plan under the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. Speaking during the awarding of charter to the AMREF University, Ruto said that despite previous governments failing to achieve that dream, the Kenya Kwanza government has achieved a lot in improving the health sector in the country. Jacob Ochiro begins our coverage tonight.
In a familiar show of demonstrating his successes since being elected, President William Ruto has enumerated the milestones that the government has achieved towards addressing universal health coverage at the ceremony to award a charter to the Africa Medical Research Foundation University, AMREF University. Ruto said that he is proud of the strides that his government has made towards achieving universal healthcare with the Community Health Promoters Initiative and migration from NHIF to SHA.
We have been focused and we have made, I think, 3 or 4 attempts at universal health coverage. But this time round, we decided that failure is not an option. And that is why we have rolled out universal health coverage. We've changed the legal foundation. We now have 4 pieces of legislation. We have come with the primary health fund, a commitment I made that having sorted out to a good extent matters education, the thing that required our attention was health. And I'm very happy that today we're not only working on the human capital aspects, we have also figured out funding, and we have mobilized domestic resources, actually doubled domestic resources that we have mobilized for matters to do with health. We have rolled out an innovative program that will equip most of our health facilities.
Ruto, however, acknowledged that there is still more room for improvement.
Kenya currently has about 189,000 registered health workers. But to achieve global standards and for our universal health coverage plan, we need at least 300,000 more in the coming decade.
At the charter awarding ceremony, the president praised AMREF's contribution in the training of health professionals in the country and challenged them to train the community health promoters.
And I will get the Ministry of Health to work with you to see how we can enhance the capacity through training of our community health promoters so that they can do more to our health space.
In AMREF Kenya have assisted to support establishment of 100 primary care networks across the counties, in addition to providing our technical assistance in the development of the benefits package and the financing agenda for the Social Health Authority.
The university, which began as a training center in 2017, has become the 39th private university in Kenya to be awarded a charter. For Newswatch, my name is Jacob Ochiro.
Now, meanwhile, the president is scheduled to make his 13th State of the Nation address tomorrow, Thursday, November the 20th, at the National Assembly main chamber. According to National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula, the president is expected to address the nation from 2:30 p.m. in the National Assembly chamber during the joint parliamentary sitting. The event, which is in line with Article 132(1)(c) of the Constitution, obligates the head of state to address the nation once every year. During the address, Ruto is expected to enumerate the measures taken and the progress achieved in the realization of the national values referred to in Article 10 of the Constitution.
Shall read to the House any message from the President delivered to the Speaker for communication to the House. In this regard, I wish to inform the House that I received a message from His Excellency the President conveying that he intends to deliver the 13th State of the Nation Address 2025 to Parliament pursuant to Article 132(1) of the Constitution.
I therefore take this opportunity to inform you that His Excellency the President will deliver his State of the Nation Address to Parliament during a joint sitting of the Houses of Parliament on Thursday, the 20th of November 2025 at 2:30 p.m. in the National Assembly chamber. I thank you.
Ahead of tomorrow's State of the Nation address by President William Ruto, Kitui Senator Enoch Wambua has urged the head of state to address the challenges facing Kenyans. At a press briefing today, Wambua, who is also the deputy leader of the minority, lamented over poor service delivery and underperformance of the Kenya Kwanza administration, pointing out that sectors such as that of health, education, and the difficult business environment still remain challenging to ordinary citizens.
Tomorrow, Thursday, November 20th, 2025, His Excellency President Dr. William Samoei Ruto, CGH, will be discharging his constitutional mandate under Article 132 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. As fate would have it, the State of the Nation address by the President comes at a time that Kenyans in every corner of this country are heavily burdened by the weight of corruption, heavy taxation leading to mass erosion of people's purchasing power, unfulfilled promises, and shattered dreams. As the Deputy Minority Leader in the Senate of the Republic of Kenya, I call on the President to summon and exercise a great caution in his pronouncements to the nation tomorrow. I hope and wish that the President would use the floor of the August House to speak real hope to a nation that is tottering on the edge of hopelessness, a people grossly frustrated by both the actions and inactions of state and state actors on basic human and people's rights. Kenyans are already overtaxed, and any new measure to squeeze a penny out of Kenyans would be too much to bear for salaried Kenyans, businesses, and indeed all Kenyans who have to contribute to national revenue through the purchase of the most ordinary and basic goods and services.
And moving on, the world has marked this year's International Men's Day under the theme Celebrating Men and Boys. The International Men's Day is a global awareness day for many issues that men face, including homelessness, suicide, and violence. Celebrated every 19th day of November, the International Men's Day was first celebrated in 1999 with a date chosen by Dr. Jerome Tuli Singh to honor his father and the historic event in Trinidad and Tobago. It has since become a global observance in over 80 countries. This year's theme has focused on recognizing the positive contributions of men and boys in families, workplaces, and communities, promoting mental, physical, and emotional well-being, encouraging healthy masculinity and breaking stereotypes, and highlighting issues like mental health, suicide prevention, and gender equality. Kenyans have also joined the world in observing the day, albeit on a low key, in workplace events, networking forums, and in community activities to discuss men's health, mentorship for boys, and charity drives. Social media posts and trending hashtags have also pushed some form of awareness to observe the International Men's Day. The increase in cases of gender-based violence against men has been blamed on societal neglect of men in general. Speaking after a men's conference at the Bungoma County Assembly buildings during celebrations to mark the International Men's Day, the ward representatives led by County Assembly Speaker Emmanuel Situma said they will implement measures discussed to address the vice, strengthen families in the society at large. According to Wycliffe Mudavadi, the manager at Principle-Based Leadership, the legislators, both in the county and national parliaments, need to formulate laws to address the gender-based violence once and for all.
Discuss issue touching on men, strictly men issues. And that's why I'm happy that you only came men to cover us. So, you know, the content of the men's conference never discussed publicly. It remains part of us because we're supposed to get it implemented. So when I reveal what we've discussed, I'm preempting our camp plan, taking care of families.
When you transform a man, you transform the whole family.
Amen.
A man who is not transformed, he cannot transform his family. And that's why we have the gender-based violence is happening.
Yes.
If you go to prison, you will realize that most of the people who are inside there, they are men. But we want to see this reducing when men understand who they are and what God planned for men. We do legislation. And if you want to change a nation, you have to begin with the people who do the legislation. So I think engaging lawmakers to see the sense of why they should also empower man, empower boy child, I think it's a good beginning.
It's important that the men from all walks are understanding and getting the deepest understanding about the man and how the man is hiding and how he's supposed to come up from the hides.
Indeed, a happy International Men's Day for all the men folk in our workplaces and in the community at large. We'll take a short break here on Newswatch. We'll be back with more news items. Don't go too far.
What if your pain had a purpose? What if your past was just a beginning of a greater story?
Gotten to another level because now I could not do anything without it, and now it became like a poison. I take it today, it grounds me for 3 more days.
If I had not read the Bible, when I read the Bible, it just confirmed all the more that I had an encounter with the Lord, because I told him, Lord, why have you come to me?
From the streets to the sanctuary, from the prison yard to the pulpit, real people are sharing the power of God's transforming love. No matter where you've been, God can rewrite your story.
So I got him, I just called, and by luck, he picked up the phone. Whoa. I explained everything and what I was feeling. Wow. He started praying in tongues immediately over the phone, and that thing, whatever it was, it stopped.
Join me, Sharon Aitore Wangenye, for Testify every Thursday at 8 p.m. as we listen through the journey of hope, healing, and redemption through the voices of people just like you.
And when you're running away from God, there's only the fire you can run.
Yeah.
I stand here as a witness that God catches up.
These aren't just stories, they are testimonies. Don't just watch. Testify.
Hello there, my name is Beatrice Nudi, a host on Hope at Dawn with George Gishuru. Thank you so very much for your support and your loyal viewership. How is the signal in your area? We would love to know. Please do scan the QR code that you see on your screen so that we can know how to serve you better.
There's a world out there searching for hope, and you can help bring it home. By becoming a friend of Hope, you're helping us share the love of Jesus through Hope FM and Hope TV. With a donation of any amount, join hands with us to bring hope and point souls to the transforming power of Jesus Christ. Become a friend of Hope today by making your donation through the M-Pesa paybill number 933933, account FOH. For more information on how to become a friend of Hope, call 0116-212-723 or email customerexperience@hopefm.org or visit www.hopemediakenya.org. Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive.
We're back with more news here on Newswatch. Now, members of the Kenya Progressive Nurses Association, KPNA, have convened their 39th annual conference in Kisii County, bringing together all nurses countrywide to discuss matters affecting their profession and the midwifery practice. The three-day event is themed The Future of Nursing, Evolving Education, Evolving Practice. Addressing the conference, KPNA President Michael Nyongesa dismissed accusations that a cross-section of county governors have been accused using the association to diminish the influence of the Kenya National Union of Nurses, none at the workplace. According to Nyongesa, KPNA is a professional association that aims to build the capacity of nurses by availing advanced studies in the medical field, hence reinforcing service delivery in the health sector, and does not in any way involve itself in the politics of the workers' unions.
The scientific conference talks about the future of nursing in relation to evolving education and evolving practice. Things have not remained constant. Things have become dynamic. New diseases, like recently we had COVID-19, they are coming on board. And so the training, the education nurses go through must be aligned to what is going on. So we have this discussion here. And number two, when there are changes in the healthcare in terms of diseases, in terms of conditions, then we must also change the tact on our practice. We must improve and have newer ways, looking at the horizon for us to be able to have relevant practice, quality practice that will be able to meet the needs of our clients and the needs of our patients. So our discussion here in this conference is about the future of nursing in relation to evolving education and evolving practice. That our professional body does not at any time handle union issues. We are handling professional issues. The union is handling welfare issues. There's nowhere we cross the line. There's nowhere we can be the same. There's nowhere we can do the work of the union, and there's nowhere the union can do the work of the professional body.
And it was a somber day today in Elgeyo Marakwet County as families and leaders gathered in Kapchebao for a requiem mass to honor 8 people who died in last week's mudslides. Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen, who led government officials at the burial, gave a live update on the government's ongoing response to the devastation that rocked the county as heavy rains flooded the region. Glory Githinji brings us that story.
The Requiem Mass, led by the clergy from the local parish, brought the community together in mourning. 8 coffins lined neatly under a white tent were adorned with flowers as hundreds of mourners filed past to pay their last respects.
Ya hao watu na pia mortuary bill ilikuwa karamiwa na serikali ya Kenya, na kusema kwamba pia familia zote ambayo walipoteza watu yao, kila familia inapewa 200,000 ya kujisaidia kuona vile inazojipanga kama familia.
During his live update earlier, CS Murkomen confirmed the casualty numbers and appealed for calm, saying teams are still combing through debris for the missing. He called for urgent long-term measurements to protect landslide-prone villages across Marakwet East.
Because hawakulala hata kama walikuwa safari huko nje. Kwanza senator alikuwa huko Amerika, ilikuwa ni a long journey kukuja kuwa na sisi. I want to thank Senator Kisang for being there and being responsive. I want to thank our member of parliament hapa Kangogo kwa kukatisha safari yake yenye alikuwa huko Sweden na akakuja hapa kuhakikisha kwamba he is coordinating this process pamoja na team yenye inafanya kazi.
Today's service was not only a moment of remembrance, but a strong call for coordinated action. Local leaders urged the national and county government to fast-track relocation of at-risk households, improve early warning systems, and invest in long-term soil stabilization to prevent further tragedies in Embobod and Sambiriri. Reporting for Newswatch, my name is Glory Nkatha.
And the political contest for the control of the Mount Kenya region continues to gain momentum in Mbeere North. Deputy President Kithure Kindiki, who has been camping in the area for the third day today, continued ramping support for UDA candidate Leo Wamuthende. He also continued with his onslaught against former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and the United Opposition Battalion. Kindiki has unequivocally declared himself as the region's undisputed kingpin. Tracy Onsoti reports.
The battle for the Mbeere North parliamentary seat continues to gain momentum and has now turned into a battleground for Mount Kenya supremacy. Deputy President Kindiki was on the ground campaigning for the UDA candidate Leo Wamuthende.
Hii tabia ya kujitangaza we mwenyewe ati sijui mimi ndiye mkubwa ya hii mlima. Nani alikuchagua mkubwa wa mlima? Mimi nasaidia rais katika kuongoza Kenya na kuchangia katika maendeleo ya hii Kenya yote, kaunti zote 47. Lakini nikiwa hapa nyumbani, I am the senior most political leader in Mount Kenya region for the avoidance of doubt.
Kindiki used the Mutantara platform to explicitly dismiss claims by the DCP party leader, Rigathi Gachagua, that he is the Mount Kenya spokesman, stating clearly that Gachagua was not elected to that position.
Mimi nimeona watu wengine hapa wanakuja kuchokoza governor wa Embu. Hiyo ni upuzi. Huwezi kuja kwa mtu alafu na mtusi. Unamtusi kama nani? Hukumchagua, hautamchagua. Alafu nakuja hapa na kierere kutusi watu, kwenda huko. Na hii tabia lazima ikome. Hatutaki viongozi wa kujipiga kifua. Unajipiga kifua kama nani? Hata mimi kama kiongozi wenu, kiongozi wa nani? Wewe ni kiongozi wako nyumbani kwa bibi yako na watoto. Ama namna gani jameni?
In another development, the immediate former Mbeere North MP, CS Geoffrey Ruku, raised serious allegations that the opposition is engaging in voter bribery. He is now calling for immediate legal action against those involved.
Nataka kuambia wananchi wote wa Mbeere North, ukiona mtu ambaye anakuitisha aendie akupatie pesa, huyo ni mkora, tuelezee, tutume polisi, wawekwe ndani na wafungwe.
Ruku also dismissed rumors about Kindiki's future, asserting that the deputy president is the one who will take over the presidency after President William Ruto's 2 terms conclude.
2027 tunachagua William Ruto na Professor Kithure Kindiki. Na tukimaliza 2032, sisi zote kama mlima tutaungana na Kenya yote kuhakikisha kwamba Professor Kithure Kindiki amekuwa rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya.
For his part, the UDA candidate, Leo Wamuthende, defended the candidature, stating there was no pressure from the party. He has assured the residents that running under UDA was his own choice.
So kabla useme mambo ya one term kwa mtandao, karibu kwetu uone shida zetu, ndio ujue kwa nini tunachagua kukaa kwa serikali. Na sisi hatujashinikizwa kukaa kwa serikali, ni sisi tunajichagulia. Kweli si kweli? Si ni sisi tumechagua?
For Newswatch, I'm Tracy Onsoti.
We're looking at business news now. Stima Sacco and Integrated Payment Services Limited, IPSL, operator of the PesaLink Instant Payments Network, have partnered to roll out Kenya's most seamless and affordable instant payment solutions for Sacco members. The solution makes Stima the first Sacco in Kenya to connect fully to a national instant payments platform to enable more than 220,000 members to send and receive up to 1 million shillings per transaction instantly through the Stima app. And USSD, Sacco merchant and business members can also receive money directly into their accounts via simple account-to-account payments from other PesaLink participants. The solution will also enable members to do salary disbursements, supplier payments, loan disbursements, and savings transfers without waiting for branch hours, hence significantly improving operational efficiency.
This is really a seamless payment system. And over the last 1 year or so, we have done transactions of like 2 billion shillings in a year. I know I was talking to Bonasio a few minutes ago, and I know your volume is much, much larger than that. I think you spoke about 5 billion?
Yeah, up to 5 billion a day.
A day, yes. So we're going to get there. We're now at 2 billion in a year. But what we're seeing on the other hand as well is the doubling of transactions year to year.
In addition to just processing a payment, we're also able to enable name validation so that anyone who is sending money into a SACCO or from a SACCO to a bank or any other participant is able to get a name verification before they process a transaction.
To sports now, and Senegal overwhelmed Kenya 8-0 in an international friendly at Mardan Stadium in Antalya, Turkey, Tuesday night, with Sadio Mane scoring a first half hat trick, and Nicholas Jackson adding 2 goals. Kenya's defense conceded 6 goals by halftime and registered no shots on target, making it their heaviest defeat since independence and exposing vulnerabilities under coach Benny McCarthy. The loss ahead of World Cup qualifiers has intensified demands for reforms in the Kenyan football. Overall, East African teams have been losing their games, with Uganda Cranes losing 4-0 to Morocco in the FIFA World Cup qualifier matches on Saturday. Taifa Stars of Tanzania were thrashed 4-3 by Kuwait in an international friendly match in Egypt. Rwanda's top-ranked golfer and Sunshine Development Tour East Africa swing standout Celestine Nsanzuwera is set to compete in 2 major Sunshine Tour tournaments in South Africa this month, marking another significant milestone in his rising career. Nsanzuwera will tee it up at the Vodacom Origins of Golf at the Pezula Championship course from the 20th to the 23rd. That's today to the 23rd of November. The following week, he will compete in the prestigious Fitch and Leeds PGA Championship at St. Francis from the 27th to the 30th of November. The invitations positions Nsanzuwera among the elite African golfers competing at the highest level of sport. Speaking ahead of his departure, Nsanzuwera said he was honored and motivated by the opportunity, adding that his participation in the Sunshine Tour marks another major step in strengthening East Africa's presence on the continental golf stage. And that's how we wrap up Newswatch tonight. Many thanks for keeping us company as we brought you this newscast. It's been a pleasure. My name is Melissa Oduor. On behalf of the crew that made this possible, and Boniface Muredi on the sign language, have a good night.